They think the pain they gave you was the end of you. But what they never understood is that some people break in silence, and some people build in silence. And you? Yeah, you were the second type. Slow down your breathing for a second, and remember every night you cried quietly so no one would hear you. Remember every time you kept your mouth shut because nobody cared what you had to say. Remember the moments they pushed you, mocked you, overlooked you, thinking you'd stay weak forever. That pain wasn't an ending. It was construction. It was the blueprint of something darker, harder, colder. Something they're not ready for. Because the pain they gave you didn't destroy you, it built you. And now, they're going to meet the version of you they never wanted to see. Keep listening, because the version of you that's coming next, even you won't fully recognize it. You spent too long trying to smile through things that shattered you. Too long pretending you were fine when everything inside you was burning. And while they slept peacefully, thinking they had won, you were awake, reshaping yourself, piece by piece, scar by scar. You didn't rise with softness. You rose with grit in your teeth and fire in your veins. You rose knowing you had no one to catch you. And that's what makes you dangerous now. People with a safety net can afford to stay soft. But you learned to walk through storms without flinching. The world tried to bury you, but life doesn't know how dangerous it is to underestimate a person who's comfortable with darkness. You got used to loneliness. You got used to silence. You got used to working when no one was watching. That's why you're different now. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. You don't need permission. Everything you became, you built with pain. And if you think this is the end of your transformation, you're wrong. This is just your beginning. There were days you didn't even want to get up, days your chest felt heavy, days you questioned why the hell life kept hitting you back to back. But even on those days, you still moved. Even if it was slow, even if your hands were shaking, you still moved. That's the part nobody saw. They only saw the moment you got quiet. They thought that silence meant defeat. But silence is where weapons are forged. Silence is where endurance is built. Silence is where the monster wakes up. You don't become strong by winning all the time. You become strong by surviving what should have broken you. You become strong by rebuilding yourself while bleeding. You become strong by walking through memories that still hurt and refusing to let them define your future. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every rejection, every failure, every time someone made you feel like you weren't enough, those are the bricks of the version of you they're about to regret meeting. Let me tell you something real. This new version of you, it doesn't negotiate. It doesn't explain. It doesn't shrink to make other people comfortable. You talked soft for too long. You played small for too long. You carried people who wouldn't even lift a finger for you. Those days are done. Because when pain builds a person, they build them differently. It sharpens their focus. It makes their boundaries stronger. It gives them a kind of strength you can't learn from winning. You learned resilience the brutal way. And now, it shows. People will act shocked when you finally stand tall, when you finally demand what you deserve, when you finally stop saving everyone but yourself. They'll say you changed. But you didn't change. You just stopped hiding what you were forced to become. You stopped apologizing for your fire. You stopped watering yourself down. You stopped letting people break you twice. From here on, your silence is different. It's not the silence of someone hurting. It's the silence of someone focused, dangerous, prepared. And the crazy thing is, you haven't even stepped into your full power yet. You're still warming up. You know that pain in your chest that used to feel unbearable? It's turning into fuel now. You know that loneliness you hated? It's becoming your discipline. You know that anger you tried to bury? It's becoming your drive. Pain doesn't just build strength. It builds clarity. It makes you see who's real, who deserves access, who deserves your energy, and who never deserved you in the first place. From this point forward, your heart moves smarter, your mind moves sharper, your spirit moves stronger. Every step you take now is a step they didn't expect you to take, because they thought the pain would finish you. They thought you'd quit. They thought you'd fade away. But you're still here, standing, breathing, rising. And nothing scares people more than someone who was supposed to lose and didn't. Listen carefully, because this part matters. You don't owe the world your softness anymore. You don't owe anyone the weaker version of you they were comfortable with. You don't owe explanations for why you're distant, focused, protective, or guarded now. You're not cold. You're not heartless. You're not broken. You're upgraded. What they called overreacting was actually you healing. What they called changed behavior was actually you learning your worth. What they called attitude was actually boundaries they weren't used to. The pain they gave you didn't turn you into a monster. It woke the monster that was already sleeping inside you. The one built for survival. The one built for storms. The one built for war. You're not chasing people anymore. You're not begging anymore. You're not proving yourself anymore. Now, your energy speaks for you. Your silence speaks for you. Your progress speaks for you. And they're watching. Trust me, they're watching. And here's the twist they'll never see coming. The pain they gave you became the reason you turned into something unstoppable. The reason you built yourself from the ground up. The reason you walk with purpose now. The reason you're about to rise higher than they ever imagined. And one day, when they look you in the eyes, they're going to realize they didn't create a victim. They created the one person they can't control, can't break, can't shake, and can't defeat. You were built in pain. That's why nothing can break you now.